Mugshots!
My name's Verity. I bust bad guys. You wanna help? Come on in. We got 4 suspects pinned down. 3 of them are guilty. Listen to their stories and spot the mistakes. The ones that lie did the crime. Today's Valentine's Day. No, I ain't got no date. Instead, I'm interviewing the Stankowski brothers. Seems 3 of them held up a jewelry store yesterday. Remember, only one of these mugs is telling the truth. The other 3 are lying. First up, Muscles Stankowski.
You're barking up the wrong tree, Verity. Yesterday I was down at the beach walking my dogs. I got me a husky and an Irish setter. We was gone all day.
What do you think? Are they both canines? Let's move on to Knuckles Stankowski. Sad to say, but as far as Stankowskis go, he's the smartest of the bunch.
I'm gonna sue for false arrest. Yesterday, I was out picking out flowers for my girlfriend on account of today being Valentine's Day. I picked out azaleas and influenzas and chrysanthemums.
Do they all sound like flowers to you?
Hey, Verity, how come no one got you no flowers?
That's a cheap shot. I should give him a bouquet of uppercuts to worry about, but I gotta question his kid brother, Elbows.
Like I've been saying all along, I just got back from Texas. I went down there to check out that Mount St. Helens volcano they got there. She's a beaut.
A volcano in Texas. Finally, there's Stan Stankowski, a.k.a. Stanley Deuces. He'd turn in his brother, maybe 3 of them, to save his own skin.
There's been some kind of misunderstanding, Verity. I was down at the bank changing some dollars into yen. You see, I've been planning this trip to China.
Chinese yen? Should we buy that? Well, each criminal all but confessed. Did you spot the mistakes?
I picked out azaleas and influenzas and chrysanthemums.
Knuckles doesn't have a green thumb, and influenzas aren't any kind of flower.
I just got back from Texas. I went down there to check out that Mount St. Helens volcano they got there.
Sure, Texas has got a lot of things, but Mount St. Helens isn't one of them. That's because it's located in the state of Washington.
I was changing some dollars into yen for my trip to China.
Stanley's not going to China. He's going to jail. The yen is used as money in Japan, not China.
I got 2 dogs, an Irish setter and a husky.
This city might be going to the dogs, but Muscles knows what he's talking about. Irish setters and huskies are 2 types of dogs. Kinda cute fellas, actually. Come to think of it, Muscles isn't so bad looking either. Nothing a shave and some breath freshener can't cure.
Job, work, next game coming up. Greetings. Game cartridge loading. Check. Next game up. Distraction news.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Dora Smarmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news, and at the end of our newscast, I'll ask you 5 questions about what I've reported. So pay close attention and try not to get distracted. Now, our top story today, flight. For an airplane to fly, it must have air. Air, although invisible, has a lot of power. The power of air pressure. Think of a gust of wind giving you a push. Moving air has a lot of push or lift. An airplane's wings are designed for lift. Air moves rapidly over the top of the wing and slowly underneath. The wings rise when the slow air pushes up from underneath the wing harder than the rapid air pushes down from above. This is the effect of lift versus weight, or the Bernoulli principle. Once in the air, the plane flies forward because of thrust from the power of the engines. Thrust makes the plane go faster. Drag slows it down. So the sleeker the shape of the plane, the faster it goes. During takeoff, thrust must be greater than drag, and lift must be greater than weight, so that the airplane can become airborne. So in other words, fasten your seatbelts and put up your tray tables, because we've got liftoff. Let's see how well you were able to remember the facts, and be sure to count how many you get right. What must an airplane have to fly? Bags of peanuts, flight attendants, or air? The correct answer is air. Moving air has a lot of icicles, lift, or speeding tickets. The correct answer is lift. What part of the plane is designed to make air move rapidly over the top and slowly underneath? The wings, the wind fairy, or wind chimes? The correct answer is the wings. What is the term for this effect? The spaghetti principle, the Bernoulli principle, or the high school principle? The answer is the Bernoulli principle. What is the opposing force to thrust? A hurricane, a stop sign, or drag? The answer is drag. So how did you score? Ready to be a pilot? Not me. I'm afraid to fly. Speaking of flying, I've got to run because we are all out of time. Goodbye, and remember, don't let anything distract you from watching Distraction News.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Okay, right there. Hold it.
Welcome to the most pleasant game on the Midway. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present Psycho Man! The game show that says, how you doing? I'm a game show. Man, a game show that talks. What will they think of next? Hey, can you do this? Enough body tricks. Let's play. For those of you new to the game, where have you been? Now I gotta explain the way this works again. Man, this is the last time I show you this equation, but I use pictures and things instead of numbers, and you got to figure out what they stand for. Then you do the math. Your first problem, take the number of the original states in the Union back in 1776. Then subtract the days in a week. And to that, add the number of hamburgers in a Big Mac. Which all comes to, any idea? Now listen, the 13 original states in the Union, take away the 7 days in a week. Now add the 2 patties in a Big Mac. And the answer is a booming 8. 8. Next equation, please. You take the number of hits in a baseball no-hitter.
Strike three, you're out.
Add the feet in the yard. To which we subtract a romantic couple. Equals, hey, no hollering out the answer. Some people are still working on it. Pencils down. Take the 0 hits and a no-hitter. Add it to the 3 feet in the yard. And then subtract the couple. That's 2. The answer, all together now, 1. 1. Ah, you guys are getting good. We got one more, so concentrate. Take the time difference between New York and Los Angeles. Subtract the number of halves in a football game. Every last one of them. And add it to the number of numbers on a telephone. This ain't easy. What you get? Stay with me now. There is a 3-hour time difference between New York and Los Angeles. from which you subtract the 2 halves in a football game, and then you add that to the 10 numbers on a phone. And the answer is the very lovely 11. 11, my lucky number. Whoa! Well, maybe not so lucky. I think I better call the emergency squad. I'll be back later to play again. Or we do it from the hospital. I'm thinking the hospital. Professor Rocket's out.
Game quality under control. Here we are.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Here We Are! As we follow the adventures of 2 lost ears trying to find their place in the world. So, here we go!
Hey! Ha! Wow. What was that? That was my earring! Can we play now? Sure, lay one on me. Not an egg! Lay a clue on me! Okay, listen up. Ew, what did you have for lunch? I had a hot dog with a splash of mustard. Okay, next clue. What is this? Call me a moron. Moron. But I'd say that's a man winning a prize. Correct. Hit me again. No! Hit me with the next clue. Okay. What is this? I know. What? Grandpa driving the kids to school. No. Kids driving Grandpa to school? Listen. Got it? Of course! It's a roller coaster! Which means... a hot dog? Uh-huh. A hammer and bell game? Uh-huh. And a roller coaster! So where are we? An amusement park! And you know what else? No, what? A roller coaster just ran out of track! Ah! Let's go on again. Cool!
That concludes today's episode of Here We Are! And we are